Today, the U.S. Supreme Court paved the way for municipalities nationwide to do immigration checks while enforcing other laws. It started with the ruling. The court struck down key parts of Arizona's controversial immigration law, but it allows cops to check the immigration status of anyone suspected of being in the U.S. illegally if they have been stopped for another violation. Then the reaction. President Obama said no American should have to live under a cloud of suspicion just because of what they look like. Well, Mitt Romney said states have a duty and a right to secure their borders. He wants bipartisan strategy on national immigration policy. Now, the reality. We examine whether there will be a ripple effect here at home and whether local police will start asking people to show their papers. KIRO 7's Chris Legeros searched for an answer to that and joins us live in Lynwood with what he's found. Chris?
Well, we called the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs today to see whether it knows of any law enforcement departments in our state that are routinely checking the immigration status of people. And it tells us no, every department here in this state is different, but most do not do this. In fact, Seattle and King County have policies against checking for immigration status. Now, immigrant advocacy groups aren't too worried about the Supreme Court decision today, telling us there's going to be legal challenges against Arizona officers checking for immigration status, and that Washington State, as a rule, goes out of its way to protect individual liberties.
Our belief is it would be very difficult to do something like what's been done in Arizona here.
Many law enforcement agencies here, like Lynwood and the City of Pacific, have identical or similar policies when they're dealing with possible immigration violations. They are crafted by an organization called Lexipol. And here's an example of the procedures out of the Lynwood Police Department manual. Let me read the section for basis for contact. It says, unless immigration status is relevant to another criminal offense or investigation, for example, harboring, smuggling, or terrorism, the fact that an individual is suspected of being an undocumented alien shall not be the sole basis for contact, detention, or arrest.
All right, well, here's a run through of what the High Court did strike down in Arizona. Immigrants cannot be required to carry registration papers. It is no longer illegal for undocumented workers to have a job. And police can no longer arrest a suspected illegal immigrant without a warrant. But tonight, Arizona's governor is attacking the federal government, saying it forced Arizona to make a move.